Hey everybody, and welcome back to our debt-free farm challenge here on Bessie Beneath. Picking up where we left off with last stream. That is baling our grass and wrapping it for silage. And alright, reboot, because I forgot to take something out. Hey, famous by Amy, what's up? Or by Jamie? We forgot to take out this. If you want to take out. Reboot. Hey, Tristan, what's up? We are, well, forgot to take out a mod between last stream and now. Now we'll have our continuous operating baler. I had a mod in place that will automatically stop the round baler. I don't have to keep remembering. This baler, we don't need to do that. We're going to be baling our grass, and we're going to be collecting it, getting it off these fields. Right. Then jump over and do a fertilizing contract. We got, ooh, fertilizing. Fertilizing. Ooh, look at all those fertilizings. Days. I like how this baler auto governs your speed. They gotta do them contracts to earn the money. No taking out a loan on this. Debt-free challenge means we can't take out a loan. I had a fixed amount of money to start with. Contracts are the only way to earn money. Surprised we don't have any baling contracts yet. Yep, 5x speed. So in 2 hours of streaming, we should go through 10 game hours. How you doing, DB? Hey Paul, what's up? Welcome to the stream. In 10 hours. Dang. Is it even possible? I guess, what are you working 14 days straight? Hey Darren, what's up? Which race is it tonight? Yeah, I'm surprised that we've got this good of a grass yield. We're only able to go 5-6 miles an hour with this thing. Grass, I don't know if it had any fertilizer on it or not. I know I didn't fertilize it. So the only way it was fertilized is if it started. Is it at Daytona, or are they actually doing the Daytona in August? Is it really the Daytona 500 if it isn't the first race of the year? Yes, it matters very much, Ben. I don't know. I stopped watching when Monster became a sponsor. They just completely screwed things up. Now, it doesn't, you can't fertilize map grass. You can only fertilize grass that has this brown texture underneath of it that shows that it's fertilized. Yeah, the little monster girls, the little grid girls that they put in, that was just stupid. All they're trying to do there is appeal to the little teenage hormones. I always thought the Miss Sprint Cup in the racing suit, I always thought that was hot. You know, it's more or less what you don't see. One looks good under a racing, with a racing suit on, and well, let your imagination run, right? This is the Vicon fast baler, yeah, from the Vicon Hooverland DLC. It offers you know, uninterrupted baling and wrapping for round bales, continuous round bale baling. You can bale straw and hay. Never stop, keeps on chucking. It will throttle your tractor's speed, make sure that it doesn't ingest faster than it can bale and wrap. Just slowing down. That's not me slowing down. That's It's the baler itself. For all hard of it, you have to stop first continuous. And we've got plenty of round baler wrappers, but you have to stop, unload the baler into the wrapper, then you can start again. No, I haven't seen a collision problem with the sprayer, because honestly I haven't used it. I haven't used it that much. Typically the way I play is I usually just I buy what I need, and I don't go through a whole lot of different types of stuff. So when new stuff comes out, it's like, well, the only time I'll really play with it is going to be if I'm starting a new series and I pick it. I mean, on this series, I decided to basically, this is my tractor. Probably won't buy another one. Be a one tractor farm. Maybe I'll buy another one, I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, so... Alright, so that's going to do us. Yeah, back to the question about fertilizing and grass. So if you go to fertilized state, basically, if the field shows it needs plowed and it's grass, then it can be fertilized. Like, okay. So pretty much everything on this map is either a field or is a field. Let's pretend that you could mow this here. Okay, let's pretend you can. It's probably outside map boundary. Pretend you can mow that. This you can't fertilize. It won't take it. This, all of these fields that I own, I can very much fertilize those. I can put lime on them. See, the act of mowing them has given them one stage fertilization. Come back after a growth stage, I can put a second one on there, and I can put a third one on there. Good eye, so fish. Well, it doesn't surprise me, GB Monty. It doesn't surprise me at all. Hey, Scooter's Workbench, what's up? Oh, no flooding tonight because, well, for me the hurricane was a non-event. I'm not belittling the hurricane. I'm sure it was bad for lots of people. We got a whopping quarter of an inch. Quarter of an inch, 0.25 inches. From the hurricane, no wind, a light rain for a couple hours. So nothing like the just pop-up storm that came through last Saturday. That dumped 7 inches of rain, a period of about 4.5 hours. Now that was a standard thunderstorm. But one thing to take note of, DB, is if you don't own some of the DLCs, wait until the premium edition releases, because the premium edition is going to include the ability to buy a season pass. The season pass was basically the season pass will basically give you every DLC released to date for one price, $29. So if Hooverland DLC is $14.99. And if we take a look at the Steam, the great Steam store. So let's go to the Steam store. And the Alpine Expansion DLC is $20. That's $35 for Couverland Vicon DLC and the Alpine Expansion. Well, you can buy the Seasons Pass. Going to be included with the Platinum Edition. You get the Platinum Edition, and you can buy the Seasons Pass, which will probably be standalone. And it looked like, I was looking at it the other day, it looked like the Seasons Pass was $29. Yeah, Seasons Pass is $29. So right there, it's cheaper for you to buy the Seasons Pass when it comes out than to pick up Couverland DLC now and then the Alpine Expansion later, if it's something you're going to look at getting anyway. Well, what was interesting, James, is that one of the weather stations main weather station I was getting that information from is right down the street where my kid used to go to elementary school. Where my kid should be going to elementary school. But a weather station, I don't know, maybe a half mile away, 3/4 of a mile away, in another part of town, basically only reported 2.5 inches. So it kind of makes you question, how come one weather station reports 7.5 inches, and then another weather station not half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away, reported 2.5 inches. And then other weather stations on the other end of town reported like 1.5 inches. I think we just had a massive cell just dump on us physically where I am. It rained hard. Hours. Seasons Pass is going to be a steal for folks who don't have the other DLCs and want to get caught up. Of course, I would only encourage you to buy the DLCs that you're interested in using. The Cormac DLC, it only holds if you want to use round cotton bales. If you're not into round cotton baling, then that DLC really isn't worth much. Yeah, rain, it's fun. My daughter saw that, and like, rain has to start and stop somewhere. It's just interesting when you can see it. And she experienced it. It was when she was doing, when we were doing, basically driving on our learner's permit. I was basically, you see that storm ahead? It's all black. Like, yeah, it's like, okay, that's a storm. You know, so as we approach it, we know the storm's there, so, you know, we're going to be ready, mentally prepared. Like, look at the cars coming towards you, and when you see that they're super wet, you know that it's not that far away. And then she could see as we drove toward it, where the road was wet. Like, yep, that's where the rain's starting. Yeah, you gotta fast forward in order to get to the either to get to the next day because you've run out of contracts to do, or you just I missed a turn. Turn off back there. I got a keyboard drive tonight because something's going on with my wheel. Works, it's just, oh, there. So we're good now. Wheel had a lot of resistance to it, and I don't like yanking on the wheel with a whole bunch of resistance. Now it's freed up. Now we're good. I haven't bought cows yet. I haven't felt that I've been in a position that I'm able to afford them. Now I got silage. Be good. I didn't know if the cows on this map did grazing or not. So I didn't want to run the risk of buying cows and then have to spend money on bales. Hey. Oh, there it is. Hey Mario, what's up? I don't know how many of you all are enjoying the American Truck Simulator Pony Express Transport series that we started up a couple weeks ago. But I have a funny story on that. Rockhound reached out to me this week. Said, hey, I noticed you finally bought a trailer in your ATS series, but the trailer's the wrong color. I didn't do the 45 footer. Right color scheme. I was like, oh, I didn't even notice. It looked fine to me. Well, I'm part colorblind, so I'm like, well, it looks fine. So he shot me an updated trailer, had the different sizes, right colors on it. So we'll eventually have the right trailer, the right colors to match the truck. But you know what? I didn't even notice. I thought it looked great. Well, it's kind of some slow going, the way we're doing it, you know. I'm trying to do it a little bit realistically with a little bit of the role play going on. So, you know, the only truck I could afford to buy, because I started a whole new profile, was a day cab. So, I want to get a sleeper, but I don't think you can really replace basically the cab of the truck, right? I mean, you wouldn't buy a day cab and then just take it to the dealer and say, throw a sleeper cab on that. I think you'd get a completely different truck. So I can't buy a day cab. I can't buy a sleeper until I'm level 10. Not level 10. So I'm a single truck operation still. Once I hit level 10, I'm going to buy a second truck. I'm going to hire a driver, and basically the driver gets the day cab. I'll get the sleeper cab at that point. New truck, and we'll double our operation. That's the thought process that I had. That'll also let me get a longer chassis or fuel capacity. This spreader is with the Couverland DLC also DB. It allows variable width spreading. So it can go from 24 meters to 45. Seven, right down the road. Here we are, 24 meter width. Got 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 45. Obviously at 45, we can cover a lot of ground really fast. Usage goes up because, well, we're flinging a lot more fertilizer. Our ability to make money per hour just skyrockets. Yeah, right now, I took out a loan, obviously, to buy the truck and buy a trailer. We ran just the truck without a trailer for a while until I could unlock the trailers, because I don't think you can unlock trailers until level 5. Now, I wanted to start a new profile because my old profile is like level 45. Got over $10 million in money. When a new state comes out, I can easily buy all the garages without even batting an eye. Could upgrade all the garages without batting an eye. Buy a bunch of trucks for drivers, and then 80 plus drivers for the period of probably 2 or 3 game days. Made millions of dollars. So I wanted to start fresh. It's been so long since I had to unlock things. I had no idea when stuff unlocked. I went to buy a trailer and I was like, oh, you have to be level something, 5 or something. Unlock a trailer. Kind of fun. Gives you something to play towards. On SnowRunner, now that I'm level 30, doing the contracts and stuff really doesn't make any sense other than just to complete it. Get to 100%. Doing the contests are like, well, it's needed to get to 100%. But I don't need the money. I don't need the experience, because when they added more maps, when they do their updates, they're not adding more game levels. They would add more levels. Make the max level like 40 or something. This will probably be the last contract of the game day. It's getting kind of dark. Well, to each their own, Grizz, right? I have to say, I kind of like driving games. But maybe it's because I've really got a more of a gaming setup geared toward driving games. Wheel pedals, I've got a nice driving chair, fairly comfortable position. I don't think our fertilizer is going to hold out. The shooting type things, that doesn't really appeal to me. All right, let's fill up. Some of these contracts are there tomorrow. Howdy, KJ Wiggums, what's up? Everything's going great. Baled all of our grass at this point. I had fertilizing contracts finally pop up. So, took some of those. 10 grand. We're gonna do one more, finish one more contract out, then we are going to sleep through the night, see what comes up tomorrow. Want to collect those bales, get them off the field. Might buy our animals. So I'm remembering from the rules that I need to transport my own cows. I'm going to have to lease cow trip. I don't want to buy cows because game day 3 of summer is the cheapest time to buy cows. I don't want to buy cows tomorrow because the price is going to drop again. I'm going to buy cows in 2 game days. Oh, it's okay, Grizz. Alright. You didn't know, right? Technically also, tabbing between vehicles is against the rules. I don't have that problem because I only have one vehicle. Right? When you only have one vehicle, you can't exactly tab between them. The idea is to make it challenging. Well, it depends who you talk to, right? Some will say the normal way is to get a trailer and drive down to the animal dealer. It's who you ask and how, quote, realistic their gameplay is. You could say I'm cheating by using the water tap because that gives me free water. Alright, let's go sleep through the night. Grind it through Snow Runner. Want to get it to 100%. Then I could put it on the shelf until season 2 of the expansions come out. Whatever they're doing, you know, with adding stuff through the updates. I need to get back into F1 2020, but I tell you, I had issues a couple weeks ago with my knee. One knee just started acting up real bad, got really swollen. Couldn't bend it at all, it was really painful. No idea what kind of spurred it on. Swelling's down, the pain's down, but I can't really explain it, but like part of my leg feels a little more numb than it should. Right? Kind of odd. Well, I think some of it may have just been the racing position and an F1 2020 myself. We got 2 fertilized contracts. Hammer those out. 98 is... Oh my god. So 98 is way over here. So... What do we learned we can shortcut through the cow pig farm. Field 51. There. That's what herbicide. We can't obviously do herbicide. Take 1. Really surprised we're not getting any baling contracts. Anybody played this map? Get baling contracts? Oh yeah. I'll tell you, that's one reason. So I used to be into iRacing a lot. Put most of my time into iRacing, but it just became too stressful. Too stressful, too frustrating. Put tons of time into practice, get ready for a race, and then something happens, somebody runs into you, screw up yourself, and basically you're out of the race. And unlike like F1 2020 or lots of other racing games, iRacing is all live, real persons, real people on a schedule. So you may be racing on a schedule that's every 2 hours. A new race starts. So if something happens and you're out of the race for a halfway point, okay, you could easily have to wait 2 hours, an hour and a half for the next scheduled event. And if you have limited play time, that next race might start, well, when you really should be in bed to get ready for work the next day. You might only have 1 race a night. I can race 1 time, and then I'm out of time. And if you get wrecked 5 laps in, and basically the race is done because you're going to be 14 laps down or 20 laps down by the time your car gets fixed. Well, you're done for the night. Come back tomorrow. It became too frustrating, too stressful. I'm like, why am I playing this? Just as stressful as work. Right. Exactly, Mario. That's why I kind of just gave up on iRacing. Some people love it. I like F1 2020. I like the F1 games from Codemasters a lot because they have you can dial in the difficulty level to make it difficult enough to be a challenge, not so difficult that it's just too frustrating and you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So then it's a fine line of setting the difficulty level from it being too easy, then it's just, breeze through every race, to being too hard. You want to find a point where it's hard enough that it's a challenge. Really got to work to improve your skills, do good. You're actually able to improve and do good, and you don't feel like you're just constantly treading water. Farm Sim is a great just zone out game. Right? You get in your own little world, driving your tractor, doing your own thing, in your own little pretend world. For the hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long you're in that little world. Here, got the width back because we've just got this little narrow strip to do. I don't need to be flinging fertilizer way off the strip. Like Flight Sim can be that way, right? Yeah, you get up in the air and you just cruise. ATS can be that way. You just get out on the road and just do a long run from, let's say, New Mexico to Washington. Missed the pig farm. Alright, passed it. Take this lane down the pig farm, and we'll be able to kind of cut across the middle of the map, get to field 98. This is a nice tractor, this Massey Ferguson 7726. Got good horsepower. You can get front loader arms, so you can still use it to move pallets and bales around and the like. I don't know if it is the biggest horsepower tractor that has front loader arms or not, but it's probably close. Like the daisied flower, daisied grass. Took me a long time to figure out how to get over this field. this is the only way into the field. Kind of through those others. Well, sometimes the border, well, especially when you're playing down by the border can mean a lot. Like here, we're down at the border, you know, a lot of what you're seeing over there is out of playable area. There you can see our round bales. PGA. This field right beside us, it's outside the playable border. Not going to be able to play really on that field. Little cultivator that's been put out there. Well, the field sizes are nice, so definitely manageable within a decent amount of time. High here so we can see where we haven't fertilized. Windy today. $82,000, nice. All right, put this up. We'll collect our bales. Find someplace to put them at the farm. Wish those other fields had this kind of road set up. Oh, slow. The map, I like this map, has a nice mix of grass and arable. So you can easily do both or one or the other and not really feel limited. Guess I could turn traffic back on. The name is right there in the title, Bessie beneath. Hey, King David, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So we are going to, as we love them so much, Michelin tires. I'm gonna lease it. Oh, well. See how mature those individuals are. Yeah. So part of the requirement for this debt-free farm challenge is that you have to start from scratch. So on this map, everything is pre-placed to start from scratch. You just don't own any maps. You just don't own any fields or land. You can't own any equipment from the start. So everything you own has to be bought. So I started this with 500 grand, bought that cow farm, bought 3 grass fields, bought this tractor, and bought a cultivator, and that's what we started with. And that pretty much tapped my bank account. And we pretty much built it up from there. Cultivation contracts were gone. We sold the cultivator, bought a seeder. Feeding contracts were gone. We sold the seeder, bought the fertilizer spreader. Then we bought a mower, bought a rake, leased baler, leased this trailer, just because we don't have obviously the cash. Dump 160 grand in on a baler and trailer at the moment. And tomorrow, game day tomorrow, we're going to lease a animal trailer, and we're probably going to buy, I don't know, half dozen beef cattle, maybe more, maybe 9 beef cattle. We're going to run beef cattle because we can flip them faster than dealing with selling milk. They have to wait, obviously, the cows to become impregnated and then birth calf. Then they start pumping out the milk. can't take out any loan. Debt-free challenge. Debt-free challenge. No loan is acceptable. Get this. Through the hedge. Yeah, FS19 is available on Steam. Available on Steam, Giants download, or Epic. Now, if there's like the standard version, and then you have the Platinum Edition. The Platinum Edition comes with the Platinum expansion, the cloth stuff. Now, in November, you don't own it yet. In November, so we got all of September, all of October, part of November, so it's 2.5 months from now. But in 2.5 months they're going to be releasing a premium edition, and premium edition will come with the Alpine expansion, which is the third map, and a bunch of kind of Alpine Norwegian, Swedish, I don't know, wherever the Alps are, right? Equipment. And then they're going to include a Seasons Pass. Season Pass will let you buy all of the previously released DLCs for one price. And that price is pretty economical, so you can pre-order the Platinum Premium Edition now. Includes the base game and the Seasons Pass, so when it comes out, basically it'll be everything for $44 or something. Seasons Pass itself is just $29. That includes every DLC released to date. Yes, they're like Swiss brands, Swiss brand equipment. All right, later, DV. There's 4 bales. Oh, nice and neat on a trailer. Alright, catch you later, Mario. PTX, how are you doing tonight? Well, the challenge is going swimmingly. We have nearly 80 grand in the pocketbook. Obviously, no debt to be worried about. We're going to be buying cows here in the game day. And we've got close to 40 silage bales cooking away. Gotta figure out where I'm going to stash these. Probably put them in the silage bunker since I'm not going to use it for anything else. Oh, I'm spraying my oh, you're coming in. A lot of folks are into classic tractors, right? Batch. Learn anything, we know we gotta swing out wide to get into here. And then traffic. Traffic on this map has an issue. Moving faster than normal, but the collision detection box front is not bigger. So it doesn't detect that there's anything there until it's too late. Therefore it can't stop. Slams right into you. So I've got a, my opinion is it's a sign that whoever play tested this map did not test it with traffic, because that would have come up in testing that, hey, people, this traffic just annihilates you. There's no getting away from it. Tegan and I am not now, did a long time ago. So, Computer's Workbench has a lot of classic stuff out there, don't you? Where can people, well, wait. Take care of something. Where can people find your stuff, Mr. Scooter's Workbench? You now have the power to put a link in chat. have been given the power of the wrench. I think that is probably a pretty good assessment, although I do know lots of folks that have no farming experience that have picked it up by watching other folks play, or just kind of general idea of how farmers they've seen in real life do things. And 15, so 39 bales. Off of those 3 little fields. Driving blind in the trees. Still gotta move that bag of seed out of the way, huh? Kind of whoop. Totally cleared that. Banging on something. Ta-da! Alright, let's get this silly bag out of my way. Tell those visitors I'm busy. are back in the early days of FS19 where you could sell your unused pallets. I'll put that here. Let's put that over here by the bales. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got fertilize, transport. I'd like to hope that it's just one pallet, just in case. Trailer that we bought. Our luck, we would have 2 pallets and waste fuel. If you're new to this stream and this challenge, I'm taking the stance of using only base game equipment and DLCs. Other folks that are doing it are using mods. Fine, I've just decided to add this little twist for me. One, it allows me to use more of the DLCs than I've bought and haven't used a lot of. And 2, it imposes a bit more of a challenge because, well, you could easily find various types of equipment priced cheap. You can find a cheap plow, you can find a cheap cultivator or a cheap seeder. Find a cheap tractor with lots of horsepower. Like, shoot, that Steiger that came out the other day, from what I understand, you could, there was a configuration you could get a whole lot of horsepower for a whole lot of nothing. In my opinion, that makes it too easy. Stables. Where are the stables? I thought they were down here. I mean, you could try the challenge on a map with no contracts, like the South Island farm that we're doing a playthrough on. I've not advertised it as debt-free, but we have not taken a loan out on that map either. I did start with equipment that I kept. Did sell off a hunk of land that we started with. About to buy another hunk of land, but we haven't taken out any loans. There are no contracts on that map, so avenue of earning money is kind of limited. But there's a few things you can do that really help out cash flow. Where can you make that much money? 500 bucks that quick. Sawmill to Trenola Farm. Sawmill is over here. Oh, it's back at our farm. That handy dandy. Handy mandy. The South Island Farm, there's no forestry. No trees to cut. There is a ton of grass. There is a BGA, but it only processes so much silage per day. Well, there's a fermenting silo, not a bunker. Dump as much silage or as much grass is in there as you want. It's only going to process so much per day. It means you can only sell so much silage per day, so your earning potential is limited. Some folks won't like that. Some folks that are like speed farmers. You want to earn a ton of money super fast. I'm only concerned with what's the best way of doing something, fastest way of doing something. Not cherishing the gameplay for the gameplay. Yeah. Definitely a way to have more than one BGA built into the map. Need 4X maps with multiple BGAs. The way No Man's Land does it, or not No Man's Land, the way... Actually, I don't know how you do it, I just know I've seen it. Yeah, you can definitely do placeable BGAs. There's maps that have multiple built-in BGAs. Hey JB, what's up? I don't know how you do it. And then maybe you just assign them a different ID number. Have their own buyable land. Set them up BGA 1, BGA 2. Alright, so we're pretty much done for the moment. Speed up time a bit. Cleaning. Nah. I need to clean it. Where's that at? Oh, it's down here. It's not really working. Going to. Are they the castors placeable? What the weather looks like. Day, sun. And cows. Yep, tomorrow is the day to buy cows. Let's see how many cows we could buy. If we get I want milk. One of these two. You know, $2,200. If we buy 10, that's $22,000. I think we could buy 10. Let's support 10, 80 grand. Let's look at our finances. So $2,600. All the rain. Field 42. Hello. I would love to fertilize field 42 for 10 grand. Hey, the squad, what's up? Take this contract. Dun dun dun. Obviously, we're not going to do dairy, Ben, because dairy is a 9-month investment with seasons. So basically, it's dump all that money into your dairy cows, feeding them for 9 months before they're going to turn out anything. since we're buying them in summer, we're not going to see any profit from our dairy cattle until winter, right? But with beef cattle, I can flip a whole herd of beef cattle anytime I want. $42. I gotta go this way. Yep. The wonders of place anywhere. Let you place that BGA wherever you want. And then there isn't. They just, well, there's no full grown. They will grow forever. And if you own beef cattle for 9 years, they would keep growing. Point at which their growth doesn't match their increase in cost, and there's a point where the growth far outweighs what they would bring to market. The money that they'd bring to market far outweighs. What I want to say is the amount that they consume far outweighs the money that they would bring to market. So they're just too costly to feed. There we go. Like, why is this not letting me change the width? Yeah, this contract could let me get 14 cows. The only question is, can I feed them? Yeah, and also there's no guarantee that a large percentage of your dairy cattle will become pregnant. So it's a bit of a gamble, right? You buy 10 cows and only half of them are impregnated quickly, then you're only getting 5 cows worth of milk until the other 5 finally give birth. Yeah, dairy cattle are far more of a long-term investment. And to be honest, we're not going to be churning through debt-free farm challenge for years. Because quite frankly, after the first year and a half, like, I own all the equipment I want. And the other thing to do would be buy land. And if you buy land, then your potential to make profit just increases. So it becomes no challenge. I mean, the only challenge in debt-free farm challenges is the first year, spring to autumn. Once autumn hits, harvest time, at that point you really don't need money anymore. Yeah, let's do that. Did that kind of back in 17 on Churn Farms. The 24-day season started with the $100,000 that you get at the start of the game. Now I kept the equipment, sold off the stuff I didn't need. I kept the stuff that I was given. Some of the stuff I was given. Of course, you start with fields on 17. You couldn't really. I guess you could sell those, right? But you started with a lot of fields on 17. And I just kept those fields. That was when seasons had kind of just come out, and there was a lot of naysayers that didn't really understand seasons. That were claiming that you could never make money, you could never profit on seasons, and that was complete BS. That was back when you got charged, daily maintenance for owning equipment. So that's where I just developed the idea of I only need to own what I need to use. So I don't need to own a harvester until harvest time. I don't need to own a plow until plow time. So I would do all my cultivation, and I would sell that. I kept the cedar, I did all the seeding, then I sold that. The first year. Second year I had enough money to buy what I needed. I didn't buy any animals until fall when I had the money and the food to feed them. Yeah, it's too easy to just churn, right? Go up here and let's get a pallet of fertilizer. That way we are not having to run up here and get some as we start. Well, then it will. Now, what I hope is that I hope Seasons is built in, but it'll be toggable on and off, because there are the folks that just want to churn and burn. There's a foot. It needs to appeal to all player types. Folks that want to literally harvest 1 minute, feed the next minute, mow grass the next minute. I mean, why else do we have videos out there which are like American Simplified? Basically let you plant and harvest any crop anytime during the year. Then all seasons does is change the foliage and make it look pretty. If I could be harvesting in early spring, same time I'm planting corn, not overly realistic. This is where faster traffic, larger collision boxes really mess with you. And like plowing you can turn on or off. Turn weeds on or off. Some people really don't like weeds, especially without season. Weeds are just stupid. Weeds will just canvas the entire map. So some people like to turn weeds off just because they don't like how Giants has implemented weeds. And you can do that. Turn plowing off. You can turn fertilizing on and off, can't you? Maybe you can't do that. I don't know. I mean, we can definitely just not fertilize, right? I mean, in seasons, you could turn off the you can't harvest if it's wet. Still can't harvest when it's actually raining, but you could turn off the wet crop, can't harvest thing. Usually I leave that on, but there was a time on a multiplayer server where we just had crazy amounts of rain. Nobody really could harvest anything on the server. As a result, I turned that off for a season. This will be the last contract we do, and then we'll fast forward to tomorrow. We'll build the animal trailer, buy the animals, and that's where we're going to call a stream. Working with down. It. Bigger. Yep. And the one little field. That's because there's a thing with the game where you have to have one field defined. You don't, it blows chunks. Nice in 19 where you're not getting rained on inside a tractor, and where you're not getting rained on when you're under a shed, and the wipers working for the most part. Wipers working was a highly sought after mod feature on some vehicles in 17. Kind of take it for granted a lot of time in 19, I think, other than just some mods don't have working wipers. Or if you happen to have a F1 Ford full-time truck, wipers turn on, the entire frame rotates. That's a first sight to see. First time you see that, you're like, what on earth? Tired because the lights haven't come on yet. There we go. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Right. Animals. Animals. Time to get our moo-moos. And we haul 6 cows at a time. I'm thinking maybe we get 3 trips. We get 18. 18 moo-moos. Alright guys, I've been lenient. I've not been paying attention. I've just not commented. One more comment about your channel, you're gone. Both of you. Last warning. Don't come into someone else's stream and chat up your channel. Or chat up someone else's channel. Alright, so get our critters. Three, 4, 6. That was what, 13 grand? So 26, $39,000 in moo-moos. Let me see how much this collection of cattle is going to cost me in feeding. Boom, instant. Got grass from the grazing feature. Cool. Free food. Oops. Two more trips. Call it. Button down. So the icon up there makes it look like we've got this thing lowered, but we don't. Oh, thanks for the sub, Robert. Pack them cows in. Oh, thanks, Robert. Coming in right at the end of the stream. Kind of late here. One more load. Hopefully these will make us good money this next spring, I guess. See here. Meat prices are good in, that's too early. We gotta play this till mid-spring. Then we'll cash out and we'll stop. Oh yeah, we're in the same time zone. Did you get any of the hurricane rain? I heard Kentucky got hit pretty good. Tennessee got hit pretty good, I guess. There you go. Reload of cows, 18. Good enough. You watch it. Yeah, I'm curious if anybody watching this stream has played Betsy Beneath. Do we have grass contracts? Really expecting to see those come up now that we are in early summer. They have not. So our grass bales are still grass. Right. Can't feed them anything right now. They need 100,000 liters a year at their current weight. We have 6, 9. We got 39 bales. 39 times 4,000. Not math that I want to do in my head. Hunter, we got enough silage to feed all these cows for the next year as they weigh today. As they get big, they're going to weigh more. They'll need more food. But yeah. Go. Hey David, welcome to the chat. We are just about done though. Thanks for coming out and watching. So we'll be back on Bessie Beneath on Tuesday. Tomorrow the plan is to be on Surviving the Aftermath, probably one more time. Survival Sunday. On Surviving the Aftermath, we'll figure out something else. Ashkay, we don't do cameras. You don't need to see what I look like. So until next time, happy farming.